Continue the analogy that he inherited the car from his dad, ultimately.
Tszyu was a man. He was a beast. Tszyu was a fucking beast. And Tszyu came over here and he proved that he was a beast. He fought his ass. He proved that he was a beast, man. He fought the guys that were considered the best guys in the sport. Tim is way short of that. He's way short of that. You know what I mean? Like, I think this right now is the first time he stepped in to fight a guy that's of my caliber or our caliber. Just say, not even on mine, just our caliber. Don't even look at the skill part of it, but I'm top 5. I've been top 5 in this division for like 8 years. He hasn't fought nobody top 5. He hasn't fought a Lubin. He hasn't fought a J-Rock. He hasn't fought a Hurd. He hasn't fought a me. So he hasn't fought anybody at top 5.
A Jamil.
So I think he's short of his dad. But to figure it out, you call out me, and that's the perfect way to figure it out. And I think he figures it out the right way, but the wrong way. You know what I mean? I think you called the wrong fighter out, but you got to figure it out, dude. Like, you can't babysit this guy. And they doing the right thing, promotion-wise and manager-wise. You doing the right thing, but it's at the wrong time. Why would you risk the fight with Jamil, though? You know what I'm saying? So it's the right thing to try to figure out what kind of horse you got in the stable. You got to figure it out at some point, right? You can't just keep fighting Dennis Hogan's forever. So you got to figure it out, but at the wrong time, you there. Come on, management. Come on. Hire me as a consultant, and I'll do it. But why? Like that, I think that's the big question mark over the fucking head. Why? It don't make sense. Why? Australia loves you. You're the fucking man. Why? Why come this far to do this? All for a fight? You already been sitting on 365,000 days, and then nothing to add another 100 more days to that to get to the dream that you've been waiting on. You know what I mean? Why? The question mark is why. Come on, management. Come on, man. I gotta have a conversation with management after this. Why management?
Okay, so that was Tony Harrison from Fox Sports Australia with a recent interview he did. The Fair Use Act, of course. That's what I don't know how to Lord's willing, nothing happens, but it's for educational purposes only. That little slight clip there. First of all, before I officially get started, I just want to thank the Most High God, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for all that He has done for me and for you. Stay motivated, stay encouraged, don't give up. You are loved, you are blessed. Whether you feel like it or not, you are. You just got to reach deep down inside of yourself and say, you know what, I can do this, I got this, Now, let's get straight into it. So, it looks like Tony Harrison is doing a little bit of poking the bear here with Tim Tszyu, or however you say his name, because I just be destroying his name. Tony Harrison is doing what he does best, calling his management out, calling him out, saying that he took the easy route, easy route Tim Tszyu, and he had people just, push him forward. He didn't get there the hard way like he did, and all this other type of stuff like this. And it's just like, yeah, I love Tony Harrison. Don't get it twisted. And it sound good, and it sound about right. But what I feel like these guys got to stop doing in boxing is getting mad at the next man for the route that they took to make it to the top and to get into position to what they got in. Like, it's just like, you can't blame me because my people got money. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, and my people taking their money and they're investing it into me to push me forward. And I'm sorry that things ain't work out like that for you, my guy or my girl, and that you did have it a little harder to get to where you at. But that doesn't make me any less of a person or of a fighter or whatever situation it would be. It don't make me any less. It's just like how these guys like to bash fighters who only fought maybe one or two guys to get all the belts to become undisputed versus somebody who just beat a fighter one at a time and then, to get the belts. Like, my thing is, the way boxing works is, you can either fight your way to the top to get all the belts and become undisputed, or you can, beat the person who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man to get all the belts. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way boxing is. That's just the way life is too. You know what I'm saying? Some of us ain't have to take the hard road. Some of us ain't had that struggle story like that and this and that and the other. And we can't fault people who don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu, or however you say his name, he's a pretty respectable guy. It's not like he's smearing it in nobody's face. You know what I'm saying? Now, I respect Tony Harrison's observation. I think that out of everything he said, as far as management look like they kind of throwing him in the fire and all this, I think he's like, accurate on all of that stuff. But when it comes to just, bashing a man for, having people behind him that were able to invest in him financially and help him get to where he want to be financially in this shit, like, you can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you can't do that. I don't. Now, the clip that we was just now watching was just him basically, saying, Tim, whatever his name is, gotta prove himself. Now, he right on all of that. I didn't play the part where, he was like saying, he ain't, have to work hard too much, and everybody like, he has good promoters, and everybody pushing him forward, and he got the money, and, to get to where he had it. I didn't play all that part, but I just wanted to make sure that I threw that comment, or my opinion rather, how I feel about Tony Harrison saying all those things I said previously. Before I forgot, I want to make sure I threw that out there. But yeah, outside of that, everything else Tony Harrison says is 100% correct. He really hasn't proven himself, and guess what? Tony, he's doing it now. Tony Harrison also said that he wasn't even first choice after Jamel pulled out of the fight for of course breaking his hand or his wrist or something like that. He said that he was actually not even second, he was third choice. He said he had no idea what happened with the other two prospects or how that fell through, but he said he here now, and he said he ready to fight. He also said that everybody thinks they has it figured out with Tony Harrison when they fight him, that they see that he pretty much loses momentum in the last rounds of the fight, and that's what everybody game plan is to drag him out there in that deep water, and they're gonna beat him like that. He said that would have worked years ago. You know what I'm saying? But he said he's not the same fighter. He's not the same person as he was then. And if you try to even attempt to drag him out in that deep waters, Tony Harrison says that you better know how to swim because you're going to drown. And so Tony Harrison ain't playing with these guys. I think that he is a talent. I think that I love the fact that he fought the Jared Hurts. I love the fact that he fought the Jamels and all those other guys. Like, he really is a top 5, to me in that division. He truly is, because he's fought the top guys. And I think his record is what, 1-2. I think he only lost maybe 2 fights, maybe 2 or 3 fights or something like that. I gotta look it up and see. But I believe he only lost 1 to Jamel, and I think he had 1. So maybe 3 fights. But that's a wonderful record. You know what I'm saying? He just had lost 3 fights out of, I think, I'm not sure. I don't want to give out inaccurate information. But I'm really looking forward to this fight. I'm also looking forward to, of course, y'all know David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, and Caleb Sweet Hands, Willie Plant. I'm looking forward to that fight. Like I said, I could care less about a Ryan Garcia and a Gervonta Tank Davis fight, because it's just a bunch of propaganda surrounding it, like how it was with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. So yeah, those 2 fights right there, I'm looking forward to. And whoever Alicia Baumgartner's next opponent gonna be coming, because the women be fighting. I'm looking forward to that. Clarissa Shields might be doing a rematch with Savannah Marshall or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. So I mean, listen. If we could get a little excitement going in the sport again, I'm all for it. And, whatever's going on, that I feel like is worth talking about. And as far as that I'm knowledgeable on, because I'm not gonna sit up here and just be speaking on all the fighters that I don't have any knowledge on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna speak on the fighters that I have knowledge on and who I feel like are the most interesting to talk about any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not gonna act like I know all the X's and O's to this boxing SHIT, because I don't. But I do know that I love the sport. I've been watching it since I was a little girl, and I've been a little, and I haven't been a little girl in years on top of 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 years. You understand me? So, yeah, that's all I got for y'all. More grace to you guys, and peace.